Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Romeo. It's Tuesday. What did we talk about? We talked about love at first sight. Then we talked about kids and their bedtime routine. Who's supposed to handle that? We also got into beating this Bakersfield heat. Going to be triple digits for a few days. How do you get out of the heat? How do you stay cool? Let's go.
Well, hey, Rome, I was hoping you can help me out with something. I know you're not talking about this right now, but I'm a 43-year-old guy, single, never been married, got a good job, house, car, everything. I've been dating this 45-year-old, kind of like me, single, never been married, no kids, just works, got her own place. I think it's a good match. Although recently I met this 45-year-old divorced woman who lives in my neighborhood. Her and her husband split up, so we've been talking, seeing each other at the mailbox, and it seems like she's into me. And I was just curious, Rome, what do you think I should do? Short answer, if you have a shot, go out and get you the 45-year-old divorced woman. Because, well, first of all, why? I guess the big question is, if you're already seeing one woman, why is this other woman appealing to you? And I will tell you this, why she's appealing to you. Because she's better than the woman you got right now, okay? And a 45-year-old woman who's single, never been married, no kids, there's something wrong with her as it pertains to relationships. Some men do not want her for some reason, okay? Even if her reason is she don't need a man. But if you've been dating her, obviously she wants a man, okay? So that's a red flag. A woman over 40 who's never been married, no kids, isn't in a long-term relationship is a red flag. Compared to a 45-year-old woman who's divorced. She is the much bigger, better catch, so to speak. She's got experience. She knows what she wants. Obviously, it could have been him for the divorce and not her. He could have been the problem. She may not have been the problem. They know, and they have a little more understanding when it comes to dealing with men because they've been married. So they get it. There's a little give and take there. They understand, okay? A 45-year-old single woman only does what she wants. She doesn't have to listen to nobody else. So when you do something, she'll just tell you it's your fault. So if you're asking my opinion, go out with the 45-year-old divorced woman because she's the one she's just going to be better than a 45-year-old single woman who's never been married, never had kids, never had any responsibility or accountability to a relationship. That's the other thing. The divorced woman knows what it's like to have an accountability to a relationship. So yeah, I guess that wasn't the short answer, but go with the divorcee. All right, 842-5477. So Rome, I was telling a guy just asked me about dating advice. He was asking me, I guess he has an option between, two women, same age. One's never been in a relationship or never been married, no kids. The other one's divorced. And he was asking me, for some reason, he was asking me which one he should choose. And you should always choose the divorcee. I didn't even ask if the divorcee had kids, but it really doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, you should always choose. If you have a choice between single woman, between two single women, one's never been married, one's never been in a long-term relationship, so to speak. Even if you're comparing, not even long-term relationship, but even if you're comparing marriage, one who's been divorced and one who hasn't, you should always choose the divorcee. That one is always going to be better because for some reason, if you're 45, and they were both 45, he said, if you're 45 and single, you're the problem. You're the problem with relationships. But I'm not saying you're not the problem with life. I'm not saying that you can't. You might be very successful in your life financially and can do it all on your own. But relationships, you're not good at. That's just fact. at least the divorcee would have taken their shot, is able to get a man to marry her. And maybe it's his fault they're divorced. Maybe she's a great woman and she's got more experience. She's got more accountability. She just has a lot more to offer than the single woman who's never been married. I'm just saying if you're comparing a single woman to a divorced woman at the same age, okay? Alrighty, 4254777 Rome. I'm going to have to disagree with you because those divorced women can be more complicated because they know what they want and maybe they're the reason that the marriage didn't work out because of them, not because of him. This guy could be just getting with another woman who's looking for a guy to take care of him. Oh, take care of her. Looking for someone else to take care of her, as opposed to the single woman you said who has her own stuff going on and he doesn't need to take care of her. Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying about the taking care of part, because what you're talking about is the financial part of it. Now, I don't know. Maybe the divorced woman is looking for another guy to financially support her. But, okay, you're a man. You can do it. I'm talking about the mental side of it, the attitude side of it, the accountability side of it. The financial stuff can all be worked out. That's easy. Money's not the problem. Money shouldn't be the problem in your relationship. If you're out there looking for a woman, and we're just going to compare the two that he's looking at right now. 45-year-old single woman who he says does have her own job and everything. She really doesn't need a man financially, which is fine. A 45-year-old divorced woman who we don't know. Does she need a man financially? We don't know. We don't know why she's divorced. I'm just talking about the relationship itself outside of the financial aspect of it is going to be better with the 45-year-old divorcee. Okay? Because she's been around the block a few more times. She knows how to be in a relationship, whether it be good or bad. She knows that there's an accountability to somebody else when you're in a relationship. A single woman who has her, and I'm just going to give the single woman the benefit of the doubt and say she's got a career and she's just doesn't need anything from nobody if she doesn't want it. She doesn't know how to be accountable to a relationship. That's a red flag, especially at that age. Now, if you're talking about 25, we have a different mentality. But at 45, she's not going to have an accountability to relate. It's her way and the highway. And if you don't do it her way, it's his fault. Okay? That's going to be her mentality. So no, so I get what you're saying about the finances, but finance is easy. You're a man. You can pay for it. Hey, Rome, you were talking about that guy choosing between a single woman who's never been married or a divorced woman. Look, let me tell you like this, Rome. I'm divorced, and my ex-wife is a pain in the ass. I wouldn't wish her on any dude. So don't tell that guy to go with the divorced woman. The single woman has less what? What is that word? Less baggage. The single woman has less baggage than a divorced woman. You think so? Well, you're going to have to tell me why you're divorced. A lot of you guys want to blame your wives, your ex-wives for your divorce, but could have been you. I mean, I'm just curious about that, but I don't know. Maybe it was her fault. I'm not saying that all divorced women are better than single women, but I will say at a certain age, when you're dating women or trying to be in a relationship with women, divorced women are better than single women. Over 40, always go with the divorced woman. Because the single woman who's never been in a relationship over 40 has way more red flags than the divorced woman. Under 40, okay, we can have a different conversation. But he was talking about two women over 40, okay? RD 4254777, yo, Rome. The guy who texted you about the woman, what does he have to offer? I don't know. This guy was asking me a question. I guess he's trying to choose between a couple of different women. They're both around the same age, over 40. But one has never been in a relationship, never been married. And, well, I don't know if she's been in a relationship, just never been married, right? One of these career type women, I'm guessing. And the other one, he said, is a woman in his neighborhood who has recently gotten divorced. And he's asking me, apparently he's been dating the single woman. I mean, they're both single, but been dating the woman that's never been married. And he met, obviously, the neighbor, whoever she is. They've been talking for some time, I guess, and he's finding her a lot more interesting, so he's asking me about it. And I would always go with the divorced woman. Any time you're dating over the age of 40, go with the divorced woman. Because the main specific thing is that she knows what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. A woman who's never been married does not know what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. She knows what it's like to be accountable to herself and take care of herself, but she doesn't know what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. And that's the big deal. Basically, the divorcee, she got a lot more under her belt than the woman who's never been in that position. And yeah. Already 42547-7 Rome. It all depends on what he really wants. If he wants to settle down, go with the divorced one, because more likely she wants to as well. If he wants a temporary fun, maybe go with the single one, because she doesn't want a man, and probably single by choice. Yeah, exactly. You're probably absolutely right about that. I would agree with that comment 100%. Already 42547-7. A little earlier, a guy, he texted me. I guess he was having a dilemma between a couple of different women. He's been dating one. I guess they're both the same age, 44, 45, they said. He said they're both 45. One of them is, one of the, as he put it, one of these independent type women, has her own job, career, house, car, all that stuff. And they've been dating for a while. Apparently, he met a woman in his neighborhood who went through a divorce. So she's the divorced woman in the neighborhood. And they've been talking, and he says, he was asking what I thought between the two. And I think you go with the divorced woman. I think he said he was 43, so he's probably looking to settle down. And I don't know that for sure, but he's probably looking to settle down. So I think what he should do is you go for the divorced woman, because she's the one that knows how to be accountable to somebody. She's the one that has the experience of being in a relationship a lot more in depth than a career-minded, woman who's never been married or doesn't have kids. Or that type of person has never had to be accountable to a relationship or anybody else, just themselves. So they tend to be a little more selfish, okay? That's just the way it is. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, how can you sit there and say that a woman who's never been married isn't accountable? She has a job and a career. She knows what accountability is. Yeah, well, but not to a person. That's different. That's different when it's just you and you don't have to listen to somebody else and care about their feelings or their wants or their needs or whatever it may be. A divorced woman has been through all that, so she knows that. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. Maybe the woman doesn't need a man, doesn't want a man, and that's by choice. Well, I get that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it being by choice. But obviously she's dating. The guy who texted said they've been dating, so obviously she wants a man for something. But just let's be honest. And if you can't be honest with this, ladies, then I can't have a conversation with you. Most women who say they're single by choice, they're just using that as a justification because they can't keep a relationship. Okay? Probably, and no, don't get me wrong, there are a percentage of women that are. But most women who say they're single by choice, it's because they can't keep a relationship. They just use that as a justification, okay? I mean, at least be honest with yourselves. All right, I got this, and I thought this was funny. Hey, Rome, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my now husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But we had this one coworker, they said it was love at first sight with their husband, like she knew he was the one from day one. We ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight, and it was like 56%. That's a lot of dumbass people, right? Do you believe in love at first sight? First of all, I'm going to tell you this. Your coworker is a jackass. Your coworker is trying to make herself better than you guys. Like, oh, she's better than you because she knew the love of her life. It was love at first sight. You guys actually maybe put in a little work. Maybe he, whatever the case may be. It's just like high school sweethearts. High school sweethearts think they're better than any other relationship. Oh, we met when we were 16 and we've been together. Yeah. You're not better. You're actually dumber because of all the things that you missed out on that you have to justify to yourself that it was some sort of love at first sight fate that brought you together, and you disregard the fact of all the things you missed out on because you've only had sex with one person your entire life, okay? Yeah, you didn't grow together. You missed out on everything together, okay? That's really what it is. So your coworker over here is trying to make herself better, feel better, or, she's trying to make herself feel better at your expense. Oh, I knew it was love at first sight. No, love at first sight does not exist, okay? And I'm going to tell you, lust at first sight exists. The first thing you see when you're looking for somebody is their outward physical appearance, okay? That's not love. Those butterflies in your heart is not love. It's lust. Okay, love at first sight does not exist. And anybody that says it does is insecure and trying to make themselves feel better at your expense or trying to justify their relationship. It's okay for you, like you said, it's okay for you to say, you know what? I grew to love my husband. Because that's what dating is. Growing, getting to know, falling in love. Okay? Anybody that says love at first sight, no. You're lying. Trying to make yourself feel better. You want to make everybody else think that you're better than them, and you're not. Alrighty, 42547-7. So yeah, there you go. All right, so I got this yesterday, and I thought it was kind of an interesting topic about love at first sight. They asked me if I believe in love at first sight. I don't. Hey, Romeo, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But this one lady, one coworker said they had love at first sight with their husband, like she knew he was the one from day one. And that is not true. No, and first of all, knowing someone's the one from day one isn't love. You just might like who they are as a person. It's not love. You don't just love somebody the first second you meet them. That's so stupid. It's just people trying to make themselves be better than you. Like this whole, we have this relationship game, right? And the hierarchy of relationships is people who got married in college or people who got married, out of high school. Supposedly they're the big winners because they didn't have to go through a lot of dating. They didn't have to meet different people. It's just like the person who got married in high school, they'll make fun of the person who maybe is on their second marriage. And their second marriage may be better than your marriage that you got in high school, but because you didn't have to go through one, yeah, you've won. All right, and so we ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight. It was 56%. With what a lot of dumbass people out there. Do you believe in love at first sight is what they asked me. And I don't. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, I believe in love at first sight. My wife and I met in high school. We've been together for 25 years. So I think you're wrong. Being together for 25 years has nothing to do with love at first sight. And if you think you're in love, if you think you meeting in high school you're a dumbass kid. You don't know what love is. You're an idiot. So to sit there and have the audacity to go, you know what? I met my wife in high school and it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't. You don't even know what love is at that age. All right, 84254-7 So here we go. Do you believe in love at first sight? I'm going to tell you right now, if you do, yeah, we need to have a conversation. Got this text message from a woman who says at my job, they were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But this one woman or one coworker said they had love at first sight. Rome, do you believe in love at first sight? No, I believe she was doing that to try to make herself and her relationship look better than yours. That's all it was. All right, 84254-7 Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey,
What's up?
you talking about love at first sight?
Yes. She hangs up on me. All right, 84254-7 All right, so love at first sight. Is it real? No, it's not real. It is lust at first sight, okay? Then you get to know somebody, then you fall in love with them. And it all started because this woman had sent me a text message. Hey, Rome, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband. Now, and a lot of my coworkers did as well, but there was one coworker who said no. It was love at first sight. And she's wrong. It wasn't love at first sight. You said that. Your coworker said that because she wants to floss on you guys. She wants to make her relationship better than your relationship. And that's not true. Love at first sight don't exist unless you're an insecure psychopath who has, daddy issues. What is that? What is it? What is that? Clinger? A stage 5 clinger? Yeah, remember when that was a thing? You got into a relationship too fast, right? Already 42547 But no, there's nothing wrong with learning to love somebody. I mean, there are people that have been in relationships for years now that will tell you, hey, I love my partner more today than I did when I met them. Yeah, of course you do. Because you have more life together. Your bond has got closer and closer over the years. How can you sit there and say the first time you see somebody, you're in love with them? Doesn't that seem a little psychotic? Already 42547 Rome. I don't believe in love at first sight, but I do believe in sex the first night. Oh, hey, Romeo, you're just bitter because you don't know what love is. That's why you say that. Or maybe I'm smarter than you and I understand how humans act with each other and how you justify your lives to make yourselves feel better. So I got this text message that I thought was kind of funny. It says, hey, Romeo, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But we had one coworker say they had love at first sight with their husband. She knew he was the one from day one. We ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight, and it's about 56%. It's a lot of dumbass people. Do you believe in love at first sight? No, I don't. I believe in lust at first sight. I believe you see somebody and you're attracted to them. And if you mistake it for love, then you probably should go to therapy. But no. You know who came up with love at first sight? Women who were trying to justify the fact that they jumped into bed with the dude on the first date. Those are the love at first sight girls. Already 42547 Hey, Rome. I believe love at first sight is just a myth. You can see someone for the first time and feel a connection when you guys interact, but that's not love. It isn't love. That's the point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not love. It's something. But it may be something, but it's not love. It may be lust. It may be, I don't know. It just, two people meet and you get along. Think of it also in this way. Like, have you ever met a person, maybe it's your best friend now, and you get along with each other. It's not love. Have you guys ever gone out of town, go to bars, you meet somebody. Maybe you meet whoever, guy, girl, whatever, couple, whatever. And you guys just kind of have a rapport. It's not love. Already 42547 What else do you send me here? Hey, Rome. Not love at first sight don't exist. You fall in love with with time of knowing your soulmate. I was 30 years old when I fell in love, real love. I'm 37 years now, and I'm still in love with him, even though he went his own way and me mine. Okay. Might want to let that go, but okay. But that's what I'm saying. Love is a learned behavior that two people build together based on life, based on experiences, based on communication, based on respect, based on all these factors. And you learn to trust somebody. Love at first sight is so ridiculous. Like I said, your coworker only said that because she for some reason, she wants to make you guys believe that her relationship is better than yours because, it happened immediately. And it didn't. She lying. All right, 842-547-7. A lady texted me and said her and her coworkers were talking about love at first sight. She was talking about how she grew to love her husband, and a lot of her coworkers said the same thing, but there's always one, right? Came out and said, no, me and my husband, we were love at first sight. No, you weren't. Stop trying to make yourself out to be something that you're not. Like like you won the relationship game and your coworkers, the rest of them didn't because it took time to fall in love with their husband, which is what really happens. Your partner, you don't love them at first. You learn to love them and by your life's experiences as a relationship, as a couple. Alrighty, 4254777. Hey, Rome, I wonder if that man thinks it was love at first sight or is she just psycho? Good morning, Hot. What's up? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Ain't no love at first sight.
I know.
Okay, so the first time I ever saw my ex-husband, I knew he was the one I was gonna marry. But there was no love there. There was lust. There was lust, big time. It took a while to get that love. So obviously it wasn't love because we were divorced now. So.
Well,
we were married 20 years. So
you could still be in love. I mean, you could still learn to love somebody and divorce them.
You have to learn to love somebody because once you move in together, it's a whole new ballgame.
Let me ask you this question. Are you still in love with him?
I love him. I have feelings.
But you're not in love with him.
I'm not in love with him. I would do anything for that man. But he's not my husband. He's not my boyfriend. He's nothing to me right now. Yeah. He's just my kid's father. But yes, I still love him. I will do for him. But
and the only reason I said that is because to say you're in love with somebody, which means you can fall out of love with somebody. And so anybody sits there, it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't. Because you have to know a person to really love them.
Oh, yep. There's no love at first sight. You saw something good. That's what it is. That's all it is. You saw something good.
Or she gave it up on the first night and had to justify it.
I got pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Love at first sight is not real. What did you send me here? Hey, Rome, it's lust at first sight. Love can develop. Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. Rome, so you're telling me that there's no love at first sight. You're wrong. Because when I walk into the bar or a restaurant and see them lunch specials and it says tacos or wings, it's love. Ray to Rob. It's not love. It's hunger. Morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Ron?
Hey, Ruben. What up, man?
Hey, that lady's right. You gotta want it first. You know what I mean? And we talked about this a long time ago. Where we were talking how we met. Me and my wife, their cousins were asking us, and then I go, yeah, Gina was stalker status. I said, my boy told me she was stalking me, and then her aunt says, oh, mijo, it's because she saw you, she fell in love with you. I said, she wanted me. I said, she wasn't in love. How can you fall in love with somebody if you don't even know who they are or what they're about?
Exactly.
Hey, Roman, her aunt didn't like that answer. And I'm like, but we fell in love with each other. I said, but how can you love something that you just because you see it? You don't love it, you want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, bro. So I agree with that last lady. You got to want it before you love it.
Sure. All right, Ruben.
Yeah,
that's basically how it works. So all of you, anybody out there who's trying to, just like this lady who's saying, well, it was love at first sight, they're just trying to make themselves feel better about the relationship and trying to outdo you. They're trying to make themselves, anybody that tells you that is trying to make them better than you. They're trying to make their relationship mean more. It's the same with these people who say, well, we met in high school sweethearts. How romantic, how great. See how much better we are than everybody. We found each other right away. We didn't have to go through, dating or anything like that. Yeah, no, you're a bunch of insecure losers that had to stay with each other because you were afraid to try the real world. I mean, that's really what it is. Why in the hell is Seahawk Lou texting? Rome, this is Seahawk Lou. That's not true, Rome. I believe in love at first sight. I fell in love on first sight with the barbecue ribs I cooked up this weekend. Lou, oh my God, they look terrible. And then he sent me a picture of it. They don't even look good at all. They look overcooked is what they look. Yeah, they look overcooked is what they look like. Anyway, all right, 842-547-7. Anyway, love at first sight is not real. I mean, it's love is a learned behavior. It's not something that you can. It's something you feel, but you learn to feel it. Okay, I mean, if you want to know if I'm right or wrong, ask every woman that's been cheated on. Every woman that has an ex-husband, still love them. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, I'm going to tell you this. I agree with you. Love at first sight is not real when it comes to a relationship, but love at first sight is real when it comes to having a child. I could see that. Yeah, I could see love at first sight when you see your child being born, and yeah, I could see that, but not when it comes to relationships, But yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. But it's just in relationships. How can you love somebody you don't even know? You don't know anything about love. Is a learned behavior. You fall in love, you fall out of love. You people have done it your whole lives. So don't sit there and act like, People who do that, there's two things. There's three things that people do. And the reason they say about their relationships, they say, oh, it was love at first sight. Because they want to make themselves feel better. They want to put their relationship on a pedestal and make it seem like it was better than yours. The other thing is, oh, we're high school sweethearts. High school sweethearts want to tell you how great their relationship was and how they didn't have to go through any trials or tribulations of dating because, well, they're high school sweethearts. They're just doing it to brag and try to make themselves try to make their relationship better than you. They're doing it to try to make you feel bad. And the other thing is soulmates. People who say that are just wrong. There's no such thing as soulmates. But those three categories of people are saying that to you to make them feel better and to make you feel worse about your relationship. They're better than you. That's what they're doing. Hey, good morning, Rome. I just got this text message. Good morning, Rome. Now, I'm a mama 3, under 3, and have always worked the night shift. Now I have a job that is a day shift. Now, I'm not used to doing the bedtime routine with the kids, and he said I have to take over now since he has been doing it for years. Well, how many years? You just said you're a mama 3, under 3. So he's only been doing it for 3 years. I guess that's still years, right? I think since he has been doing it for years, by all means, continue what you're doing. Romeo, plus more dads are involved nowadays. I hear stories of my aunts not getting any help from their husbands. So what are you asking me? What do I think about this? I mean, my first question is, as their mother, why would you not want to? Now, I'm not saying you have to. I'm by no means discounting your point about, if dad's already doing it, why can't dad keep his routine with the kids at bedtime? But I guess my question would be, as their mom, why don't you want to do that? I would think that as a mother, you would want to be the one to do that as opposed to dad. But I get it. It's a routine, a 3-year routine, apparently, that, why don't you take turns? I mean, I don't know what you're asking me here. You just think the dad should do it. Plus, more dads are involved nowadays. Okay. Are you the breadwinner? Does he not work? Let me ask you that question. That's another factor that may play into this scenario. Does he have a job or is he just a stay-at-home dad? Alrighty, 42547 I guess the real question though is not whether he should keep the routine or not, because now he wants you to do it because you're available to do it now. But you're saying since he's already been doing it for years, he should continue doing it. But I guess my only question is, as their mom, and now you have the availability to be there at bedtime, I'm not sure why you don't want to do it. I get all these wild text messages from people talking about what's going on at home. This one says, good morning, Rome. I'm a mom of 3 under 3. I don't even know how that's possible. How do you have 3 kids under 3? I've always worked night shift. Now I have a job that is a day shift. I'm not used to doing the bedtime routine at all. The kids, the kids, and now with the kids, he said I have to take over now since he's been doing it for years. Wait, somebody needs to do the math on this. You got 3 kids under 3. How did you have time to have a job? First of all, that's 3 kids in 3 years. Is that right? Am I right about that? Yeah, that's anyway. The husband says, or he says, dad says, now that you're working days, you got to do the nighttime routine. He's been doing it for years. More dads are involved nowadays. I hear stories of my aunties with not getting any help from their husbands, or you say getting help. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Already 42547 Rome, the question I have is your same question. What mother doesn't want to put her children to bed? I have never known that to be true. I'm a mother of 2. I always wanted to be there for my kids at nighttime for some reason, just like I want to be there when they wake up. I don't know if it's me, the mom in me, or what. So that lady is just being weird, Rome. What is wrong with her? I have no idea. I would think that you would be excited now that you get to put your kids to bed, right? I would think. But I mean, so what are you going to do while your husband is handling the nighttime routine? What is your plan? Sounds a little bit selfish to me, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Hey, good morning, Rome. I'm a mom of 3 under 3. Always work night shift. I have a job that is day shift now. And I'm not used to doing the bedtime routine with the kids. And my husband, or is it your husband or your baby daddy, whatever, he said, I have to take over since he's been doing it for years. I think since he's been doing it for years, by all means, continue doing what you're doing. Romeo, plus more dads are involved nowadays. I hear stories of my aunt say not getting help from their husbands. So, okay, I get it. I mean, fair enough. All right, 842-547. I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to do it. That's all I don't get, but that's just me. All right, 842-547. Let's see here. What'd you say here? Hey, Romeo, you're right about all 3. Love at first sight. No such thing. High school sweethearts. Nope. I know a couple that's been together for over 30 years since high school, and they don't even talk to each other anymore, but still married. Soulmates, nope, because I got a type of women that I like, and then there's a lot of women out there that this is my type, but can never be my soulmate because they're probably a better person for me out there. To one more, blah, blah, blah. We could better. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Hey, Rome. She's a stripper. What do you mean she's a stripper? Oh, the woman, the mom of 3, maybe. Already 42547. Hey, Rome, I agree with her. Why doesn't the husband just continue doing what he's doing? If he's already doing it, he's the father of the children. There's no reason for her, even though she has the time to do it, to start now. So she's absolutely right, Romeo. Okay. Yo, Rome, Siak Lu once said men have it most difficult because during birth, men get the uncomfortable seat and women get to lay down in a bed. You guys are morons. Okay. You see why I'm so successful? You idiots are not funny. And I told Raider Rob this. Sometimes you guys just need to listen. It's not like that wasn't funny at all. Sometimes you guys need to just listen, okay? Let me be funny and you just listen. Alrighty, 42547. Hey, Rome, it's basic math, Rome. Do the math, Rome. In the past 36 months, she was pregnant 27 months. That's how you have 3 kids under 3. Now to the matter at hand, she should be excited to put her kids to bed now. She should be excited about it, in my opinion, Rome. Yeah, I would think so. Okay. All right. So I got this text message from a lady who said, I guess she's got 3 kids under 3, right? And her man's been doing the nightly bedtime routine because she works a night shift. Well, now she got a day shift, and her man's saying she needs to take over since he's been doing it for these years. And she was asking me what I thought. Why doesn't he just keep doing it? Well, I don't know why you don't want to do it. That's my only question, I guess. Rome, let's see. Hey, Rome, she don't want to deal with the kid. Oh, she don't want to, sounds like she doesn't want to deal with the kids. Well, maybe she doesn't. I mean, maybe, maybe, I don't know. Hey, Rome, this poor lady is experiencing postpartum. Her body hasn't fully calibrated itself from her first kid, let alone the other 2 babies. Let's give her grace instead of bashing her. Well, nobody's bashing her. We're just trying to figure out why she doesn't want to do it. And if that's the reason, I'm thinking anybody's going to argue with it, right? I'm just wondering why she wouldn't want to do it. So a lady sent me this. She said she's got 3 kids under 3, and apparently she's been working the night shift, so she's never had to deal with the nighttime routine. Now that she's working the day shift, I guess he says she needs to take over the nighttime routine because he's been doing it for years. She's just saying, well, since you've already been doing it, you just need to keep doing it, which, okay. Already 42547 Yo, Rome. I don't know if I would want that lady to be the mother of my kids. Unless I'm missing something here. He should just move on, find himself someone else that is willing to be bonus mom and help him with his kids. Then you will see how quick she will start volunteering to put her own kids to bed. Well, the question, we didn't say she didn't help with the kids. She just was talking about specifically the bedtime routine. So we don't know what she does for the kids right now, okay? Good morning, what's going on?
What's up, Ron? Seahawk Lou, man.
What up, Lou?
Hey, man, I didn't say nothing about no pregnancy or something like that. That was me, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. But I do think if I was in that lady's situation, I think I would be excited to put my kids to bed at night.
Well,
that's just me.
Well, yeah, considering you're the stay-at-home dad and your wife makes all the money. What else is your option?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, heck yeah, I could finally put my kids to bed and want to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's how I would feel. That's just what I think.
Okay.
But
all right, Lou.
she thinks different, I guess.
Well, I don't know. What do you think is the hardest part of dealing with kids? Putting them to bed or getting them ready in the morning?
Getting them ready in the morning, definitely.
Okay.
Because putting them to bed, you could just tell them, hey, be quiet, and tell them not to talk, and eventually they'll fall asleep. And in the morning, you can't tell them, hey, go get your clothes, go put on your shoes, go brush your teeth, go do this, you can go do that. They won't do it unless you're on them. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, Lou.
All right, then, Ron.
All right, later, man. Already 42547 assessment. Now, here's the question. She said that she worked nights. So does that mean when she got off work, would she deal with the kids' morning routine? She didn't tell us that. She just was talking specifically about the bedtime routine. I don't know.
Hey, Romeo, what's up?
Not a lot. What's going on?
Not much. I'm just calling in to chime in on Mom with 3 under 3.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Well, I feel like that's a shared obligation. I don't really think she has a choice. The dad is, ready to make the switch because the switch was made, then homegirl needs to fall in line and get it together.
Okay, I don't really know. I didn't know that once one person did it, the other person wasn't supposed to do it, or the fact that I didn't get why she doesn't want to do it. That's what I don't understand.
Right. Well, communication rules the nation, so she needs to learn how to get it together and make sure she's vocalizing to her husband. This makes it easier for me. This is what, otherwise she kind of sounds like a dirtbag.
That's funny.
I mean, as a mom of 5 with 2 under 5, I can all attest that sometimes my 2-year-old is a challenge. I got to call dad constantly to step in for him. But, you know, it's not a choice. Like, you don't get to say, oh, yeah, this is that and that is this. I mean, if you live that life and you got that nanny money, then great, by any means.
That's hilarious. You got no choice. That's funny.
These is your kids. You did pop them out your. I don't know if you say that over here.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
All right, Rosie. Have a good day.
I mean, I like the way she said that. You don't have a choice, right? RD4254 7 Hey, Rome. The girl's making excuses because she's lazy. Life is tough. It's time, but she wants freedom. Maybe. I mean, I just don't. Maybe. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever heard of, I think, a mom not wanting to put her kids to bed. That what really has kind of got to me. But, you know, maybe that the last person who ever texted and said she had postpartum, is that what that is? Maybe she has that. But it would be nice to know what she was doing. She did say she worked the night shift. So how was she participating with the kids when she wasn't at work? That she didn't tell us. She just told us that the bedtime routine, she wants the baby daddy to keep doing it. She don't want to do it. Somebody texted me, hey, Rome, ask Seahawk Lou, is it harder to get your kids ready in the morning or to barbecue some carne asada? Well, we all know the answer to that. Lou, it's carne asada. Lou cannot, he just burns carne asada. Lou burns everything. My God. That's kind of funny. Lou has gotten such a bad rap for barbecuing. And it's funny, though, because his wife even said he's terrible at it. I think we were at the Mac and Cheese Fest or somewhere, and maybe it was Ruben talking to Lou and his wife or somebody. Somebody was making fun of Lou for because he burns everything. Dude cannot barbecue. And somebody, even his wife, said, yeah, he burns everything. I guess you just get used to eating it, though, right? Hey, Rome, ask her to text back to see why she don't want to put her own kids to bed. I mean, that's a good question. You would think. That's why I said I don't know. But somebody did say something about postpartum, so maybe that's what she's got. Maybe it's something like that. Let's get to the bottom of this. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually parents, I think a lot of parents nowadays will kind of take turns, you know, either putting the kids to bed or getting them ready to school, or usually it kind of works out to the way, you know, if somebody works nights or somebody leaves earlier in the morning than the other, maybe that other parent is obligated to handle the morning or the nighttime routine, or maybe somebody goes to bed earlier. I don't know. It's interesting, though. It is interesting. I wish I could get to the bottom of it. I would like to know, though, if she does have that postpartum that somebody else had mentioned, or what does she do to participate with the kids nowadays, you know? If she's not doing the bedtime routine because she had been working nights, was she doing the morning time routine when she got home? I mean, what was going on there? Rome, her kids won't be little forever. She needs to cherish her time with them. Someday they may regret that she didn't. I know 3 under 3 is a challenge, but what was her choice? Bedtime was a time her and her husband could share, make it a special time. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know. The text message she sent didn't give us enough information about what was really going on. It was just that, you know, for the last 3 years, he's been doing the bedtime routine because she's been working nights. She moved to days, and she just wants him to keep doing it. But he wants her to do it. RD4254 7 Hey, Rome, sounds to me like she is lazy. 3 kids and 3 years. Where did she find time to work? Most likely, he's tired of doing all the crap for her. She had the luxury of being pregnant and using that as an excuse to not have to do anything. Now, that has an excuse to not have to do anything. Now she thinks it's owed to her. All the time changing 3 kids' diapers at night. At nighttime, that's way too much work. Feeding them, putting them to bed, and she's there on her phone watching reels. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Plus, got to get up before I am to work. Well, we don't know that that's what she's doing. We don't know what she's doing. We just know that she. We just know that she's at. We just know she went to work at night. That's all we know. We don't know how much she helped or any of that stuff, but I can see how you can make that assumption, I guess. What did you... Raider Rob sent me what? What in the hell is Raider Rob sending me? I don't even know. Oh, Raider Rob's at... Raider Rob's at... where you at, Rob? You're at Torres Catering right now. Raider Rob sent me a picture from Torres Catering, yeah. And while you're there, Rob, ask him to try the enchiladas. Try his enchiladas, all right? RD4254777, Rome. Hey, Romeo, 3 kids under 3 is a lot to deal with. All the crying at night. That man is tired. She drinking wine while he do all the work. Not good. We don't know what she's doing, honestly. So we shouldn't say that because we just don't know what she's doing. It would be nice to know, though, to see what's going on. RD4254777 with Raider Rob. Raider Rob was at Torres Catering this morning for breakfast a little minute ago. He's probably still there. I told him to try the enchiladas. He said what? Don't have any sauce. Oh, that enchilada sauce that they got at Torres Catering is very, very good. I think the only one I've had that may have been better was the old Mexicali, the enchilada sauce at Mexicali. But I haven't been there in years, so I'm not sure if it's still good, but it was good 10, 20 years ago. But yeah, Torres Catering got that enchilada sauce. Yeah, you got to try the enchiladas, Rob. And what'd you send me? A story about Taco Bell and an outbreak of diarrhea? It's Taco Bell. All right. Yeah, anyway, thanks for sending me that, Rob. Go to work. Go to work. What did you send? Oh, Ruben. What did Ruben send me? Oh, I got to tell you guys something about Ruben, by the way. Hey, Rome, I didn't know that Torres Catering took EBT. No wonder Raider Rob was trying to invite me to lunch. Yeah, Rob, unfortunately or fortunately, Rob's got a real job. Rob's not on EBT. All right. So now we got to fight with Ruben again. I do got to say something funny about Ruben, though. First of all, the other day when Ruben was mad because I was telling him he was wrong and he was calling me a hater because he was just wrong and somebody had to tell him. I got a bunch of text messages about, oh, Rome, why are you talking bad about Ruben? I thought he was your boy. Why are you doing him like that? And then I got a bunch of other messages saying, damn, Rome, Ruben's going to be mad at you now, blah, blah. Ruben's not mad at me. I'm not mad at Ruben, but we're friends. And if he says something stupid, I'm going to tell him he says something stupid, all right? Just like that's what friends do, right? I mean, how many times you got to tell somebody, like I got to tell Ruben right now, Raider Rob, that EBT joke is old because I know Raider Rob, and Raider Rob's got a good job. And, yeah, he doing all right. So that EBT joke don't work on Rob, right? I mean, there's other jokes that work on Rob, but about being a Raider fan, but not that one. Romeo, it's at 94 point. Whoa, wait! I got to give away some tickets. I got tickets to the Hot Wheels. I got a 4-pack of tickets to the Hot Wheels Monster Truck live at Dignity Health Arena. Caller number 29 right now.
Hey, morning, Rome. Did I win?
Yeah, you're caller 29. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
What's your name?
Shane.
Shane. All right, Shane. Let me get you 4 tickets to the Monster Trucks over at Dignity Health. I think it's going on August 22nd and 23rd or something like that. Okay?
Okay.
I'm looking at this heat right now. I'm just going to my phone, looking at the weather, and checking my email as I look at the weather. Ooh, they got a great deal up there Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked. Delano Chevy sent me a deal on a car. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, the heat. I was looking at the weather. See, this is why we shouldn't have phones. You get sidetracked. This is why I don't ever have my phone around me, because I always get sidetracked when I'm trying to talk to you guys. So I'm looking at the weather. And today it's supposed to be 100 as I drink a cup of coffee, hot coffee. Today it's going to be 103. Till Wednesday, 104, 103 on Thursday, 102 on Friday, 100 on Saturday and Sunday. Monday, 99. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, triple digits. So we're going to be in this heat. Now, the heat has never bothered me. Never. Being in Bakersfield, this heat has never bothered me. But also, I don't work in the heat. So one of the things that, I'm sitting in a studio right now. It's probably, 74 degrees right now. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there in the heat. A lot of you guys are, working in the oil fields, working in the fields, working construction, whatever. I don't know. A lot of you guys got service jobs where you're bouncing in from house to house, jumping out of your service truck, things like that. So, and Ruben, don't call and tell me you're working in that heat, because I know everybody knows. And there's pictures of you sitting in the truck in the AC while your crews are working, okay? So don't even say that. I was just talking to a guy today who, he's a farmer dude, and whatever his business is, I guess spraying or something, I don't know what it is. But man, he's working 3 a.m. because he's got to get that done before that heat kicks in, So I get it. The heat's crazy. Not for me. I mean, I'll go play golf today. It'll be a great time to play golf because everybody's is afraid of the heat, and they'll be done by the time I get out of here, so I can go play golf with nobody out there, and he don't bother me. But a lot of you guys really do work in the heat. How do you beat the heat? I mean, your body's overheated. You're going through the whole day. Sometimes, and most of the time, water's not enough. It's just not, And sometimes beer's not even enough. I tell you about, you jump in the pool. What do you do? How do you beat this Bakersfield heat? RD42547-7.
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
I wouldn't know how to beat the heat. I'm a noxious caregiver, so I work from 11 to 7. So once I go home, I stay in, and then I sleep all the way until about 9 o'clock at night. And I go to work at 11 again. So I don't know how people beat the heat here in Bakersfield.
So you just calling to be a jackass for all the people that got to beat the heat?
Yes, I do. And to top it off, I have to have my heater on me at nighttime, too, because it's so cold in our building.
That's cold, man.
I'm wearing a sweater right now in my car, and my AC isn't even on. That's how cold it is right now.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Hey, thanks for calling. Bye. Well, beating that heat, man. I can't believe she just called to say. But I'm with her. Like me, I don't have to beat the heat. The heat does not bother me at all. Because I am not outside. I'll go play golf, and would it be 103 today? It won't bother me at all. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Romeo, one of my secrets of keeping cool during the heat is I wear a painter's jumpsuit, and I go commando underneath.
Oh, God. Okay. And that helps?
It does. Every now and again, I'll go and sprinkle myself a little bit, let the water run down my body, and it helps a lot.
All right.
You guys should try it.
Yeah,
You'll like it. It's exhilarating.
I don't ever have to beat the heat, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, if anybody needs it, I know where to get the jumpsuit on sale. So.
Well, if anybody asks, I'll let you know. Okay.
All right.
Later. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome. Oh, this is big boy. I work outside wearing a fire clothing hard hat, steel-toed boots. Wear long sleeve shirts and drink Mexican Pedialyte. Really helps. Okay. But you got to be honest when it comes to beating the heat. And we could all sit there and joke about, oh man, you just got to get out and go have a cold beer after work and drink plenty of water, which is great. You're right. But sometimes water is not enough. It just doesn't do anything for you. And cold beer sometimes doesn't do anything for you. Jumping in the pool, maybe. I was just trying to think of what the most extent where I've ever had to try the heat just gets me is barbecuing. Because I grill outside, so I'll probably grill outside tonight. And for that few minutes, you got to get away. Once you get it back inside in the heat, you gotta figure out a way to cool down, right? What do you do? How do you beat the Bakersfield heat? A lot of you guys, man. A lot of you out there working in that heat, man. And it's rough, but you overheat. How do you stay? How do you stay cool? What do you do? How do you beat it? I mean, it's a tough deal. RD4254-7-7. Yo, Rome. You're not going to believe this, but what I do is I come straight home. I get naked outside, grab me a cold beer, and walk into the shower. Cold shower, cold beer, Rome. That's what I do. Straight from the truck. Try it. You'll love it. Yeah. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not doing that. There is no reason for me to drink a cold beer in the shower. I am never that hot. Already 42547-7. Oh. Yeah, how do you beat that Bakersfield heat, man? You just dry. What do you do? I mean, cold beer. Sometimes you need something more refreshing than a beer, more refreshing than water. I don't know. Maybe you do liquid IVs. Maybe you, like Big Boy says, he does that Mexican Pedialyte, which I can't imagine. You got to keep that cold, though. I don't know, man. Or maybe you're just used to it by now, you know? Well, beating this heat, man, Bakersfield is hot. We know. We lived here for 30 plus years. Some of you lived your whole life. Let's see what you said. How do you beat it, though? What do you do with this heat, right? Already 42547-7. Yo, Rome. I'm out in them fields working hard. I got to wear them steel-toed boots. So what I do when I get home is I have a bucket. Oh, I have a bucket full of ice. I throw some ice water. I just stick my feet in there, relax with a cold beer, and then I go take a shower, and it works good. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? RD4254-7-7. Rome, it's funny how every year everyone complains about the heat, and yet they still live here after 30 years. And you must be getting soft in your old age, because I can remember you tell people the same thing. I said, deal with it or move. No, I still say that. I just told you. Are you not listening? I just told you I'm going to go out and play golf in this heat today. I don't have no problem with the heat. I think anybody that complains about the heat is a joke. And then when I see those silly-ass stories about the national news of how there's a heat wave in New York or a heat wave somewhere, no, I think they're all I think they're a joke. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not soft. The heat does not bother me at all. Like I said, I'm going to go spend 3.5 hours playing golf today in this heat. And what's it going to be, 103? And I wait for the heat so that I can, so that all the other soft-ass people aren't there, and I can just go out there by myself. It works out great. All right, 84254-7-7. Yo, Rome, I just deal with it. I'm building houses in Delano every year, the same weather. So just man up and think about how good that cold beer going to hit you on the way home. On the way home. Hey, don't be drinking and driving, okay? Oh, well, it is Delano, but no. All right. I mean, you know what the crazy thing is, and I do like to talk about this. The crazy thing is that in this heat, though, there are some things that quench your thirst and some things that don't. Water, ice cold water, sometimes doesn't work. Even ice cold beer sometimes doesn't work. You have to get something, you know. That's why I always talk about Sonic. For some reason, Sonic and their ice, Sonic's ice just hits you different. Why? I have no idea. If ice cold water is not helping you right now, go get you some Sonic water with that ice. That ice just hits you different for some reason. I don't know if they put something in it. I don't know what it is, but it just hits you different, you know? And I'm with you guys. Sometimes ice cold beer, and I'll tell you, you know, when you got ice floating on the top, sometimes an ice cold beer gets it done, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's just crazy how it does not hit the spot. So sometimes you got to go get a mojito. Sometimes, like I drink these things over at Social House. These drinks called Strawberry Fields, and they're basically like a whiskey strawberry type drink, and they are so freaking refreshing that it's amazing. You know, they're just sometimes in the heat, the traditional things don't work. The agua frescas, the water. I mean, you got to drink them. Big Boy says the Mexican Pedialyte, hopefully he's got that ice down. You got to drink them because you got to stay hydrated. But sometimes they just don't quite hit the spot. But that Sonic Ice, that hits the spot every time for some reason. So when it comes to beating this heat, especially a lot of you guys are out there working in it all day long, or some of you service guys are out there running around all day long, back and forth, in and out. I know that heat gets you, man, that you could overheat. You just can. Rome, what I like to do when it gets really hot is make a stop and get a La Rosa watermelon juice pop, chase it with a water, and eat cucumbers. Oh, that's a good idea. That La Rosa will cool you down. Do you get the ones with tequila in them? Do they still make the La Rosas with tequila in them? All right. I'm just saying, okay? All right, 842-5477. Hey, UF and Cheese fan. You know what's refreshing is icy or slushy. Oh, those icy slush puppies are the best. I'm about to get one right now on my company work time. Where are you going to get a slushie at today? They still make those? Where do you even get those at? All right, 842-5477. A nice, good, cold watermelon also. That is what I use a lot to cool off. That just, I don't know why. So we're talking about beating the heat. What do you do? How do you do it? I mean, a lot of you guys are out there working in it. A lot of you guys get off work and, man, you overheated, right? Hey, Rome, a Mexican Pedialyte, a sugar-free Red Bull, and Tajín together. Refreshing, both hydrating and energy. So you mix a Red Bull, the Pedialyte, and some Tajín. Okay, okay, I guess. That's I don't know how you came up with that combination, but all right. Rome, the Big Stick Ice Pop works bomb. You know what's funny? And I don't see it a lot, so I'm glad you said that, but that works, by the way. If you're out running around, you're hot, grabbing a popsicle, grabbing a cold ice cream, for some reason, well, probably because it's ice cream, but you wouldn't believe how it'll cool you off. Because I like those, you guys don't think I'm 8, but I still like those push pops, so, yeah. Or those Dove bars. For some reason, man, those things are the what's the other one? What's the ice cream cone one? What's that called? You know what I'm talking about? Those. But they will cool you off. It's crazy how that works. Hey, Rome, I know you're not talking about this, but I was hoping to ask you this question. I'm sitting here with a couple of coworkers, 3 of us guys. Now, we have this coworker. She had been married for like 8-9 years, and she has 3 kids. She got divorced last year. And now she's looking to start dating again, and she's kind of been flirting with me. And I know, Rome, that you've always talked about dating single moms is a good idea. Now, let me just specify, Rome. She does have her own money. She makes good money here where we work. And her ex-husband has good money, so he pays child support. So she's doing well. She doesn't need any money from me. What do you think, Rome? My boys here are telling me it's a bad idea. No, it's a great idea. It is I've said this for years, and I'll tell you this. And if you guys don't listen to me, then you're just idiots, okay? You always think that a single mom is a bad idea. A single mom is a bad idea if she needs you for financial support, if she needs you to raise a kid. If she needs you, a single mom is a bad idea. Most single moms, at least the ones that I know, don't need anybody. They know that they had a child with a guy that was a bad decision, and they're going to work their asses off to support them and their child, and all they want is a guy to be with them, someone that they want. But when it comes to the divorced, I mean, that's even better. If she's already got everything and she don't need you. Oh, he said, by the way, Rome, she's smoking hot. Yeah, then whoever you're sitting with, you said your coworkers, they're idiots. Here's the thing about dating a single mom, especially one, you said 3, she has 3 kids. She don't need you. But guess what? So the first thing you said, she's smoking hot. That means you know what she's going to look like after having children, which means she's always going to be hot. She's always going to look hot. Okay. She probably didn't, unless she just got hot to get a man because now she's ready to be out and about again. Or was she always hot? I'm going to guess she was always hot. Okay. The second thing is she's not after your money. So she wants to be with you, that's the goal, to be with somebody that wants you. Okay. She's going to be busy with the 3 kids. So she's not going to ask you to be with her all the time. She's got other stuff to handle. She got 3 kids to take care of. So she's not going to be clingy to you. You know, it'll probably get to the point where even you'll want to hang out with her and she'll be too busy. So, I mean, how do you go wrong with all of that? Yeah, no, go for it, bro. I don't know why. Don't listen to your coworkers. They're morons. All right, 842-547-7. A guy just hit me up, and I guess he was talking about a single mom. Him and his coworkers are sitting around listening to the radio right now. And wanted my opinion on a single mom. I guess she got 3 kids, and anyway, I got 3 kids, I guess, and I guess she's smoking hot. He had to tell me that. She doesn't need money, but she's back out there, and I guess she's kind of feeling him, right? And so he's talking about, you know, going out with her, but his buddies at work are telling him, no, it's a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's a great idea, you know? Already 42547 Rome, you couldn't be more wrong. Tell that dude it's a great idea at first, but then what's he going to do? Raise those kids, then she's going to want his money. Tell him just to hit it and quit it and move on. Wow. Okay. You know, I love it when you guys just send me random stuff. We'll be talking about one thing, and then you just send me random stuff, pictures and things. Come on now. You guys need to get it together. All right, 842-547-7. Keep up with the show. Don't just be sending me nonsense when I'm trying to talk about other stuff, trying to help this dude out because he's getting bad advice from his coworkers. And you guys are over here trying to send me pictures of chile verde and eggs. Come on now. All right, 842-547-7. So, Rome, what's the age difference between them? That is a good question. Does that matter? I mean, I'm going to guess they're probably around the same age. I don't know. That's a good question, though. If he's, that's a good question. I guess it does matter to an extent, huh? But I'm just saying, based on what he told me, if she's financially stable, she's got the 3 kids, divorced, same one husband or one baby daddy, she's smoking hot, according to him. I mean, what do you got to lose? You know, she's not going to take up all of your time because she's got 3 kids to raise. You know, she's not going to be needy because she's got 3 kids to raise. She don't got time to be needy for you. So you got a little bit of free time on your hands. You're not always going to be with her. You're probably going to spend most of your time with her when her kids are with their father. So you just get to go out and have a good time. I mean, yeah, and if she's had 3 kids and still looks smoking hot, you know she's going to stay hot. And she's not after your money. I mean, it sounds like a good deal. So I don't know why your coworkers are telling you not to do it if you got the opportunity. Hey, Rome, let me see here. For the 3 kids, how many baby daddies? If only one, go for it. Yeah, it was only one baby daddy. She was married. He said married 8 or 9 years, and they had 3 kids or something like that. Didn't work out. So and he said the dad's financially, you know, paying child support. He's pretty well off. She's got wherever they work. He didn't tell me where they work, but apparently she's got a legit job. So the biggest thing is in a when you're dating a single mom, if money is not the issue, if financially supporting the kids is not the issue, then why wouldn't you go for it? And what does it matter if it's one dad? Well, I guess 3 different dads would change your perspective a little bit, but there's a lot of single moms out there right now that are they married jackasses. And the jackasses, so now they're single, not for any fault of their own. They thought they married the right man and they were going to have a happy family. So they had a couple of kids, and then he turned into a cheater and a jackass or something like that, and now they're single again. And I mean, literally the best possible scenario for a single guy who wants a good woman. She still wants to have sex. She's not going to take up all your time because she's got kids to raise. You know, she's not asking you for money. She's just waiting for those weekends or the days she ain't got her kids to hang out with you and get back in that dating scene. So, yeah, I don't see why anybody wouldn't do it. This guy texted, I guess he was talking to his coworker. They work. He didn't tell me where they work, so I don't know if it's an office or whatever. I don't know where it is. But he said one of the coworkers, she's been divorced for a little bit, and she got 3 kids, single mom, had to point out she was very hot and that he might have a shot with her. Guess they've been flirting or whatever. And the coworkers are telling her that's a terrible idea to date a single mom. Well, I think I've proven that it's not a terrible idea. You just have to, know what you're working with. If she's still good looking and you're into her, she's hot to you, and she's not asking you to pay for her kids. She got the financial stability to do that. And, why wouldn't you? She's not looking for a baby daddy or a stepdaddy. She just sounds like she's looking to get back in that scene, and she wants you. So why wouldn't you? Yo, Rome, those coworkers are jealous for sure. I bet they are. How can you not be? Because all you guys should be out. If you're a guy with a job, and you got something to offer, and you want a woman that has some experience, that's down and knows, and still, you don't want somebody who's going to suffocate you. Get you a single mom because they got kids to raise, and get you one with an ex-husband who got money so that he's paying for them damn kids and you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, let me tell you this. I got with my girl 4 years ago, and she's exactly what you're talking about. She had a wealthy ex-husband. They had a couple of kids. She was a stay-at-home mom, though. But she looks hot. She works out. She stays fit. He has to pay child support and alimony to her. We've been dating, like I said, Rome, 4 years. Best decision I ever made. She still has to deal with the kids, so I can still do my thing when I want to. When the kids go see their father, we hang out and have a great time. Best of both worlds, Rome. And for some reason, she's still into sex. These single moms out there be getting it done because they know how to take care of a man. There you go.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.